The shameful proceedings in Fulton County Superior Court have now wrapped up, where Donald Trump and his co-defendants have attempted to disqualify Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Judge Scott McAfee has not yet issued a ruling, but day 4 on Friday featured closing arguments, and folks, Donald Trump and his co-defendants' lawyers acted in an utterly shameful manner. I want to show you right here Steve Sadow, Donald Trump's lawyer, who in his closing argument attacked Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, who was in the courtroom at that time. And Steve Sadow was saying how it is inappropriate that she did not reveal to the world her private romantic relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, who became a member of her team, even though Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis says the relationship took place in 2022. And Steve Sadow, you'll see in this clip here, says, well, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis even kept it secret from her daddy. Her daddy. That's what Donald Trump's lawyer kept on repeating in a demeaning manner. Play this clip.
No one knew that there was a relationship between Wade and Willis, according to Wade and Willis. Not a soul was ever told that they were dating or that there was an intimate relationship. Ever. They concealed it from all parties. From Daddy. Daddy didn't even know they had a relationship. Suggest that somehow in the beginning of 2021, January to whatever it was into April, that they couldn't have met in Hapeville. They didn't meet anywhere that would allow the public to see them.
And look, I realize that MAGA Republicans want to control women's reproductive rights. They want to be in the bedroom. They want to be in the doctor's office. And now they want to say how powerful, successful women and female prosecutors need to announce to the world what their romantic relationships are like. Let me be very clear. What we were watching there and what we saw in all 4 days of these proceedings, we would not have seen if we did not have a powerful female black prosecutor here in Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. I mean, what in the world was that we just saw with Steve Sadow? This next clip I want to show you from the final day of these proceedings is when Judge Scott McAfee was asking a question of Donald Trump's lawyer, Steve Sadow, and wanted to know, because Donald Trump's lawyers and the other co-defendants' lawyers made a big deal about these text messages from Nathan Wade, the special prosecutor's former business partner and divorce attorney. This guy by the name of Terrence Bradley was gossiping with someone by the name of Ashley Merchant, who's one of the lawyers for the co-defendants. And Terrence Bradley was basically saying, oh, yeah, it seems to me that they were having a relationship. And, oh, yeah, I think that they were, together and with each other at that point in time. But Terrence Bradley was saying this in gossiping text messages, gossiping about an ex-business partner. This wasn't in an affidavit. This wasn't under penalty of perjury. This wasn't in a statement made to. These are gossiping text messages, which Donald Trump's lawyers have been trying to act like they carry this weight of admissibility when Terrence Bradley says he has no personal knowledge. Watch what Judge Scott McAfee does right here. Play this clip.
And the truth is in Defense Exhibit 26.
And so if we take that view, that he thoroughly impeached himself, that he did not give truthful conduct, what's left standing? Generally, you would see someone who's impeached, perhaps we have some kind of core that you could point back to and say that's the time he was telling the truth. In these text messages, is it ever definitively shown how he knew this and that he actually did know it, other than just a assertion outright? Absolutely. Usually, if a state has a witness that goes sideways, they've got him locked in. They've sat down with a detective and got a full statement. We don't have that here.
But what you have.
Then let me show you what Judge Scott McAfee said at the end of the proceedings, that he will be ready to rule soon. He was not going to rule from the bench, but here's what he had to say. Play the clip.
There it is. All right. Thank you, everybody. I think has been very much made clear by the argument and the made today is that there are several legal issues to sort through, several factual determinations that I have to make. And those are ones I can make at this moment. And so I will be taking the time to make sure that I give this case the full consideration it's due. I hope to have an answer for everyone within the next 2 weeks. Until that point, if there are any other issues that come up, counsel can reach out, and we'll have an order posted on the docket. Thank you all. We're off the record.
This right here is DeKalb County District Attorney, a former DeKalb County District Attorney right here. This is what he says that he makes of all of this. Play this clip.
What does that tell you, J. Tom, about how Judge Scott McAfee may rule here, the questioning that he had there for the chief deputy district attorney here?
Caitlin, again, if the judge follows the Georgia Supreme Court case law, there's never been a case where a prosecutor has been dismissed and disqualified because of an appearance of impropriety. There has to be an actual conflict. I'll give you an example. I prosecuted a case where it came out that the defendant had ordered me assassinated. They tried to get me thrown off the case. They did not succeed, and the Georgia Supreme Court held that there was not an actual conflict, even though there may have been an appearance.
Wow. I mean, we'll talk more about that case off camera. That's a really notable moment. But it basically, you're saying that you think she's not going to get disqualified here.
Not if the judge follows the Georgia case law. There's been a lot of noise and a lot of damage done to Ms. Willis and her office. But again, through it all, you've got to follow the case precedent. And it is a very, very high bar to disqualify a prosecutor.
What you feed your dog goes a long way to helping them lead their best lives. Nom Nom delivers real, good food, backed by science to help your dog thrive, because everything from strong digestive and immune systems to high energy starts with what's in their bowl. Nom Nom delivers freshly made dog food with every portion personalized to your dog's needs, so you can bring out their best. Nom Nom's made with real, wholesome ingredients you can see and recognize without any additives or fillers that contribute to bloating and low energy. That's because Nom Nom uses the latest science and insights to make real, good food for dogs. Their nutrient-packed recipes are designed by board, certified veterinary nutritionists, freshly made and shipped free to your door. Nom Nom's already delivered over 40 million meals to good dogs like yours, inspiring millions of clean bowls and tail wags. I feel so much better knowing that I'm giving my dog Lily better nutrition, and my dog really loves it too. Plus, Nom Nom comes with a money-back guarantee. If your dog's tail isn't wagging within 30 days, Nom Nom will refund your first order. No fillers, no nonsense. Go right now for 50% off your no-risk 2-week trial at trynom.com/legalaf. Spelled trynom.com/legalaf for 50% off. trynom.com/legalaf.
And let me show you one more clip of DeKalb County, former DeKalb County District Attorney. Play this clip.
If she doesn't get disqualified, one suggestion that came from Mike Roman's attorney, who is one of the co-defendants here, John Merchant, he basically said there's a good chance that they are going to demand a new trial if she's not disqualified from prosecuting this case.
Well, first, they would have to win on appeal. And I don't believe that the Georgia courts will overturn the judge's decision in this case should he keep her on. The judge has a lot of discretion.
We will see.
Here's how Jessica Tarlov on Fox characterized this. Play the clip.
Well, it doesn't, because even if you show a, quote, conflict of interest, either the semblance or the appearance of impropriety or a direct one, and I don't think now that we found out that they were staying at the DoubleTree in Napa, remember we were talking about caviar? They went back to a DoubleTree. Is that the lifestyles of the rich and famous?
Well, maybe
I'm not so
Nathan paid for the hotel and she paid for the wine tasting. You don't know.
Well, doesn't it have to be the other way for this to have worked out the way that the Trump team is?
I'm only saying that's how she's claiming because she paid cash.
And here's the Fulton County District Attorney's Office from that hearing. Here's the DA. Here's what he had to say during the hearing. Play the clip.
But that's a facted issue, whether it was, split even, or whether it goes a little bit one way or another, or whether it's all the way $10,000 one way or another. That's a fact and issue as a result of the hearing, but it's no longer just the theory that money changed hand is no longer speculation or conjecture.
Well, I agree that money actually changed hands is not speculation and conjecture, but whether that money that changed hands had any financial benefit or gain to the district attorney, that is all speculation and conjecture. I would submit to the court. Absolutely all speculation and conjecture to harass and honestly embarrass the district attorney based on some of the questions that were asked that had absolutely nothing to do with the proceedings that we were here. For example, the lien on her alleged house, that was highly irrelevant, had nothing to do with the proceedings and the exchange of money between the district attorney and Mr. Wade. The point of that line of questioning was to, again, embarrass and harass the district attorney in a way that was very public, and in a way that was to impugn her character as it relates to that line of questioning in front of the court, in front of anyone watching the proceedings as it unfolded. And the language in Whitworth, I would again submit to the court, requires that an actual conflict must be shown, which is why the reference to speculation and conjecture is again a reference, because speculation and conjecture leads to or equals an appearance of impropriety, not necessarily an actual conflict, which I submit to the court is what is required based on the case law.
And just so I can remind you, here's Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, who actually took the stand. By the way, I did another video about Hunter Biden, who was not afraid to sit for a deposition. You have Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis not afraid to take the stand. You know who's afraid to take the stand? MAGA Republicans. MAGA Republicans in Congress, Donald Trump, they're afraid to take the stand. Here, play this clip of Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis.
So your office objected to us getting Delta records for flights that you may have taken with Mr. Wade.
Well, no. Look, I object to you getting records. You've been intrusive into people's personal lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
So my question was...
One more clip right here of Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Play the clip.
All my life. If you're a woman and you go on a date with a man, you better have $200 in your pocket. So if that man acts up, you can go where you want to go. So
now we wait to see what Judge Scott McAfee is going to do. My own view about it is look, if you want to say that private romantic relationships amongst people who work at a company together may have some issue with an HR policy, I mean, in my own view, who cares? But you want to talk about HR policy, that's not for a court of law. A court of law is not a court of gossip. It's not a court about innuendo. It is a court of law with admissible evidence. And I did not see admissible evidence going to the issue of a conflict of interest to taint the proceedings to remove a district attorney from the case. That's my read of it. I want to hear from you. Put it in the comments below. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. Thank you.
Hey Midas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.